As we're active for the good of our nation, we focus on things which are intimately and ethnically Jamaican. Things Jamaican, Fambili, legacy is one of the brand elements that's coming from out of the JBDC. It's time for us to grow your business. A regular feature which is sponsored and presented by the JBDC, that's Jamaica Business Development Corporation. I have with me Fletcher Taylor, who is a manager for the Marketing Service Unit, as well as Stephen Dunkley, Managing Director, Blue Mountain Coffee Venture Limited. I know both of these people. Yeah, one of them is a family member.
That
Morning,
is it.
welcome. How are you doing?
Morning, Dr. Taylor.
Greetings. Stephen, how are you
Yes,
doing?
sir. I'm doing well, thanks.
All right, Bridget. Enough love, enough love. All right.
And congratulations to you for your 20 plus years and RGR
Yes.
for their 75 years.
Can you imagine? It's been around.
Happy anniversary.
Yes. Yeah, you know, so I'm in school again this morning, Janine, as you talk about some of these amazing things that you're doing with these family brands. So you're going to tell us a bit about this particular entity, and Stephen is here, the managing director. I do know it's a family business. I learned something about the genesis of it as well, and so come share it with the public for me.
Okay, well, let me give you a little background to the campaign. One of the primary features of small businesses, is that it's based on what it takes to start a business. You're going to find at times that family is key, is a key feature. And there are, in fact, certain businesses that are built and grown from generation to generation in families. And we have identified that this is a dominant feature in a number of our clients, and we wanted to bring some spotlight on that because there are some unique things about family-owned businesses that we want to make sure that persons are paying attention to. And so this campaign, as part of the Think Jamaican Trust, we wanted to recognize brands that are built on family traditions and family legacy, and how an approach such as this can build a pathway for generations to come. And so that is the driving force behind it. Certainly, we would have identified some key brands that embody this and has done a very good job of representing it well. And of course, the Blue Mountain Coffee Ventures brand is one such client that we wanted to feature. And so, I'll allow, Mr. Dunkley
Thank you, Jenny. Thank you. So, Dr. Taylor, as you probably know, my father from many hats,
Yes.
Carlisle Dunkley, he
Yes,
started
met
this
him as
farm.
an academic trade unionist and all of that. Yes.
Right,
Yes.
right. So in the 80s, the mantra was export. So what he did was through the encouragement by people like Edelman and Michael Manley, he was encouraged to go into coffee farming. So we started in a little district called Flamstead up in the St. Andrew Hills, 3,300 feet up. And we started there, and we added 2 other farms to that. And we are celebrating actually 45 years, because that was started in 1980. He and his brother started it, actually. And what we've done is we've gone the added value route. So we do farm cherry coffee, and we were actually one of the first on-farm pulping operations. As a matter of fact, we were the pilot project for the coffee board to do this on-farm processing. Prior to that, you had to take your coffee to central pulping and processing facilities and have it done there.
Right.
So in 99, 2000, I traveled to Brazil, Colombia, and Costa Rica to see what was going on in the coffee industries there, and took back what I thought was the best of the 3 countries that I visited in terms of their equipment and processing methods. And I would say that it is a success because we moved from a low average of 45% exportable to a high of 75% exportable. Okay. So it became a blueprint for the industry. So a number of other entities followed suit, and we have maintained a good track record in that field.
Okay, great. So tell us though, who are involved in your company now? Wife, children, sister, brother, uncle?
All of the above. So my elder brother Graham is a director. My sister Kimberly is also a director, and we keep it lean and mean. So we make decisions fairly quickly. Mm-hmm. Graham's wife is Heather, and she's head of our marketing and business development. Mm-hmm. So the folks at JBDC would know her quite well, right, Janine?
That's correct. That's correct.
Tries to keep everybody on their toes.
Mm-hmm.
My wife helps out from time to time. We do corporate gift packages, and she spearheads that. And my daughter is just 11, but already running the show.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you on the child labor thing, bro.
True.
Yeah, yeah. Child labor is a different kind of phenomenon, though. Right?
Yes.
We got it. Yes. All right. So,
but you know something, Arville?
Yes.
As you speak on that, one of the key things about learning, and I'm glad it came up, is that when the student is in the class and they cannot relate to how this math question is going to get them to earn 10 years
mm-hmm.
from now, it's mm-hmm. not as exciting. But when they see how it is manifesting in real life, I think the attitude to learning is different, and it's one of the key features of this type of business model and how it affects the generations to come. You know, it does shape how they perceive things and how they see the value in things, and I think it's a very beautiful feature of family-owned business.
Yes. So we got the generalities, right? No, we got the we got a little bit of generality and a little bit of the specifics. Now, I want you to tell me, though, Janine, mm-hmm. about the direct ways in which you, the JBDC, assisted this whole process of making this Fambili business tighter and better.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Think Jamaican retail chain is managed by the marketing services of JBDC. Mm-hmm. Of course, we have other units that deal with business development and technical assistance, but for this particular company, the primary support that was solicited was for market access. And certainly, we have a beautiful partnership. We have the products, the Perk-Up brand in particular, and the Flamseed brand, Flamsled Estate mm-hmm. brand, sorry, in our location, on our e-commerce platform. And with our network of partners, we have been able to network the organization with other key players in the market space. And I believe that the company is currently in the Export Max program, so they are now looking to expand their new brand, mm-hmm. Perk-Up, into the export market. So our main thrust through the Think Jamaican arm of JBDC is to find avenues that give our clients access to markets and to bring attention and emphasis on what is happening behind these brands. You know, tell their stories and sort of communicate the value of what they are offering to the market, so that when persons are buying the products, they understand that, yes, you're buying a beautiful product and one that is value for money, but behind all of that, there's so much of a multiplier effect taking place. You know, there's an entire family legacy being built, there's economies growing, there are businesses and partnerships growing, there's agriculture, because I'm sure, you know, the supply chain and the value chain behind the business, the farmers and so on, mm-hmm. are all benefiting if this one company succeeds. So it's it is a very important work for the JBDC. It is not enough to just provide consulting and business development assistance through, advice and so on, but to be actively working with the clients and getting their products into market, getting customers to understand the value of what they're purchasing, and to ultimately get Brand Jamaica situated in the market space as it rightly should be. So
Yes.
that's the mission.
Right, and it looks like mission is being accomplished. We'd really love to chat with you much, much more, but it goes. Time is limited. Really want to thank you both. Stephen Dunkley, Managing Director, Blue Mountain Coffee Venture Limited. Very important industry, very important product. Most important also that it's family. And
Yeah.
Janine Fletcher Taylor, who I will own as family. She's a manager of the Marketing Services Unit at the JBDC. As we continue to do the Fambili legacy chain. God bless you
Thank
both.
you so
Walk
much
good,
for having us.
but don't walk too far.
Thank you, Dr.
All
Taylor.
right, Alvin.